And we are live. I apologize for the technical difficulties. We're going to try this again. Um, Alan said that the sound wasn't working, so I'm just going to open my computer and see if it works on the computer. Okay, yeah, so it works on the computer. So he should be good if he logs in with his phone, which is what he's trying to do. So we'll just wait a little bit for that and see what's up with that. One watching now. I think that's only me that's watching. let me log out here. At least the sound works. All right, here we go. Alan, can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me?
Can you?
All right, fantastic. Everyone, this is Alan Henderson. He is a good friend of mine. He's been on the channel several times before. Very loyal member, so to speak. So thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And everyone watching, I've gotten a lot of recent engagement, a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new views. So I appreciate all the support that's been coming in. So we had a very important topic to discuss tonight. Would you like to get into that?
Yeah, about being gullible.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I guess I'll start off with asking, without going into too many details, because I know those can get graphic. What has your experience been like so far with that?
Well, I've been dating someone,
Mm-hmm.
and I have this so-called friend acts like they've got my best interests at heart when they haven't. And long story short, they're stirring up trouble, and they cause a situation where I leave my partner and that, and based on lies of about cheating and stuff like that.
And
I've discovered wasn't true. So,
and that's happened multiple times before, hasn't it? Like, is that a common issue that you experience? Are you there?
Hello?
Hello?
I can't hear. The
Can you
sound's
hear me?
gone. Again.
Can you hear me?
I had a messenger call through and the sound's gone.
Oh. That's odd. Can you hear me now? Man, there's technical difficulties on every show. Let me message you to see what's going on. I am sorry about this to whoever is watching. I hate technical difficulties, but they happen. I guess while we're waiting, I can tell you a little bit about the general experience. So people on the spectrum in general have trouble distinguishing who is telling the truth and who is lying to them. That tends to be a very difficult thing for people to distinguish, so to speak. Hello, Snowbird. How you doing? And it's definitely difficult when it comes to scams and like people asking for certain things like money or like your cell phone number, because you think they're genuinely asking for help, but they're really not. And I know I've been on the receiving end of that quite a bit when it comes to that stuff. And unfortunately, Alan has too. He's sort of been the victim on this again and again, which is unfortunate because he's a nice guy, and that should happen. That shouldn't happen to even people who aren't nice. Oh, hello, Isabella. How you doing? Um, but yeah, it's really unfortunate that scammers have to do that kind of stuff and like target people who they know are vulnerable. Like over the past few days, there's been an attack on Instagram accounts that have autism in their names. And I don't think that's by accident. I think the stereotype of vulnerability is true for a lot of us. So they tend to go after it. They tend to go after us, which is really unfortunate. Let me text Alan, see what's going on. Alan's probably going to be coming back. What's happening? Buddy. Just sending Alan a message. But in the case of Alan, he has been on the receiving end of this time and time again. And unfortunately, I don't think he's seen a pattern yet, which is unfortunate.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
It's
Technical
all
issue.
right, man.
I've got no jack for the headphones.
That's all right. At least you can hear me. So you have unfortunately been on the receiving end of this time and time again, haven't you? Like it's sort of a pattern.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think that is?
This person has been poisoning my mind and turning me against potential partners and friends and family and stuff like that,
I
with
see.
lies and that.
So is he? Is it a case of him trying to make him gain your gain your dependence, basically? Like, is he trying to make you rely on him, or
Her,
is he
yeah,
just like really desperate for you?
to rely on her. As soon as I have a problem with a relationship, I normally go to one of my mates and that, who
Okay.
helps out the relationship very well. But at one point, I went to her and she interfered with a relationship months ago back, and it ended. And but I've become friends with this person again, and my new partner knows about that because
Okay.
she tried to split me and my partner up. Unfortunately, my partner did something, sent something he shouldn't have done. He admitted that. He's now admitted that to me, and yeah, he was scammed out of certain photos that he shouldn't have sent. So
He
sadly,
was scammed out of what? I'm sorry.
photos, personal
Okay,
photos of himself.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
compromising photos.
yeah. Now, do you tend to have a pretty forgiving heart when it comes to these people, or
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
okay, yeah. See, it's an interesting case for me because I tend to like to give people who try to rob me and like try to scam me. I like to give them a chance. Um, so I give them a chance to kind of like talk to me about what's going on and how I can help them. But there hasn't
Yeah.
been a single time where it has worked out and they actually like talk to me.
Yeah.
The times that I thought they were talking to me, they ended up lying about it, which makes sense because lying is literally their job. That's how they make money.
Yeah.
So it's definitely difficult because you're sort of caught between a place where you're like, okay, this person could be saved if I say the right thing, but
Yeah.
I also shouldn't feel bad if I don't get to them because their hearts are really hardened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go over a couple comments here. Um, I forgive too easily as well. Yeah. Um, are
Yeah.
you on the spectrum, Snowbird? Because that tends to be a very common problem. A lot of forgiving really easily. Isabella Wirtz says, I really forgive easily. Like, if someone is mean to me, then I would, and I wouldn't know how to defend myself. Yeah, I sometimes don't either. It's like, what do you really say when someone is like attacking your character? I don't always know. Snowbird says, yes, she is, or he. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assume anything. Um, but so do you notice like a pattern that these people do in order to reel you in, so to speak, and like,
Yeah.
okay, what is that? How does that look like?
Well, I've noticed I've been with guys who sort of like hop from one relationship to another whilst they're with me, and they don't tell me they're doing this, and then I find out uh, from reliable evidence of friends and that who
Yeah.
send me the whole conversation of it, not just snippets of it, where one of my so-called Facebook friends does, and that's not helpful. However, and yeah, just yeah, it's not very nice. Getting cheated on and all that, you know. But
But
like I
but
say,
you're
think if
saying
I
like
sorry,
but are you saying like you can sort of spot a pattern to certain behavior when you think you're going to get scammed, or like does it always take you by surprise?
what's that? Sorry.
Does it always take you by surprise, or like are you aware of like certain phrases that people use when they're trying to trick you?
Yeah, yeah. I've been learning the certain phrases and the certain behaviours people do when they're trying to lie to me and trick me. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a very important thing to figure out because um, with the language barrier or the communication barrier, we often have trouble, especially through text. Like it's almost impossible through text to understand what somebody is saying. Like when one of my good friend's accountant got hacked and the hacker asked me for money, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I trust you on this because it was an account that I talk to every day basically.
Yeah.
So when she said or when her accountant said that she needed money, I was like, yeah, I'll help you out because I fell for it and I wasn't able to understand those signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a new thing going around on Instagram lately where hackers are trying to take over accounts with the name autism in it. How do you feel about that?
That's terrible. I'll keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for hackers. Someone tried to hack me on Instagram the other day. They sent me a page that they created, and it
Hmm.
really looked like a landing page for Instagram, but it wasn't. It was a page that would hack you if you put your password in. So
Oh,
I blocked this person, and I picked up on it and blocked this person, and yeah, deleted
yeah.
them immediately.
Well, that's good. My problem is sort of like not asking questions. That's a really big problem for me. I mean, it's sort of like I don't want to ask people questions when they want help because that's just like the right thing to do in my eyes. but in reality, like when you see something suspicious, you really need to ask questions. And if they give you the wrong answers, that's when you know that you dodged a bullet, right?
Yeah.
We got some comments coming in. I love that you guys are having a conversation in the chat. It's hard to find good people to trust. Yes, would you agree with that, Alan?
Yes, I do find that easy to agree with. Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there where your relationship with them is just a business transaction, and you got to figure out which is real and which is not. Isabella says, I do know how to tell the teacher, though, but I never get bullied a lot. That's good. Nobody deserves bullies.
No. I've
Yeah.
been bullied as well.
I think we all have.
I've had an ex threaten to kill me and accuse me of hacking his account and stealing stuff off his page when none of that was true. And
Oh my
he's sort of like,
goodness.
he's like then copying stuff off of my page that's copyright to the webmaster that made a design, but did a couple of designs for me and created a website, and he's copying text and copying
Well,
pictures off of it, and that's
have you
copyright.
reported? Have you reported that?
Huh?
Have you reported that?
What's that?
Have you reported that to Facebook or anything?
What's that?
Have you reported that to Facebook?
Yeah, it has been reported and it's been taken down. You know.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, one part of it was taken down. Yeah.
Snowbird says, Isabel, that's good. Bullies are horrible. Yes, they are, and unfortunately, because society considers autism a weakness, we are a very popular target for that, which just sucks. And yeah. So, what advice would you have for someone who is more gullible than either of us and like keeps falling into these again and again? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I'd advise them to be careful what they do and don't give their bank details over. Don't give their phone numbers just to random strangers, otherwise they're hacked,
Right.
get compromised and stuff like that. And just ignore people that bully them, basically. Yeah.
And how do you go about that? Ignoring people who bully you? Because I know, especially like in the school days, like something like that is almost impossible because you tend to get really affected by it, and rightfully so.
Yeah, just if you're getting bullied, let's speak to someone, talk to someone, and let them know, and get that off your chest, and move on with your life, and you know, yeah, if necessary, have the police involved. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now you've been in contact with the police a few times, I know, regarding these scams. Can you tell me a little bit about how that process works?
Yeah, and it's just like people basically asking for money and bank details and stuff like that. And have you heard of Facebook lottery scams like that?
Hmm.
Just ignore all that. Don't fall for it. You're getting
But
catfish out of.
what's the process with like calling the police for that? Like if you wanna file a report, what should you do?
Make a telephone to the police, your nearest police station, and speak to them on the phone.
Okay. What should you say in order for them to take it seriously? Because like I know a lot of people don't think that scams are a really big deal, especially if you don't fall into them yourself. Um,
Yeah.
so what should you say to make sure they take it seriously?
To make sure it's really what, say?
To make sure they take it seriously, the police.
Just give the evidence that you've got against it and just tell them what happened. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar about how the legal process works with that.
No.
Especially if you didn't get scammed yourself. Like in the U.S., we have a lot of laws where like you can't file a suit unless you actually get harmed by it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Do they have that in the UK where?
Do they have what in the UK?
Do they have that process where like the only way you can sue something or someone is if you get physically harmed?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same in the UK. I don't know.
Okay. Well, if not, then it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any closing remarks on this?
No, I don't have no closing remarks. All I can say is I've been happily seeing someone since the 20th of December. Okay, he got scammed a bit, and that sort of like nearly brought down the relationship. But after a bit of time of being angry and listening to the wrong person and their advice and that, just to split us up, because they're causing the situation, and bullying other friends of mine as well as my partner. So yeah, so we did split up for a little bit, 16 hours, but then we just, if you like, went back into each other's arms, metaphorically speaking, and just spoke to each other and then sorted it out.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you sorted that out, and I'm sorry that people tried to get in the way of ruining that. That's not fair at all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comments coming in, so we'll react to a few of them. And if you don't have anything left to say, then I will let you go. But let's see here.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I wish people were kinder. Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, it's survival of the fittest at this point. Snowbird says, I've even been scammed by my family. Ooh, geez. How did that happen? I'm very interested in that. We should all be very careful. Yes, we should. We gotta keep an eye out, and I'm glad that we've been able to debunk some common themes that scammers use tonight. I think that's very helpful.
Yeah.
Isabella says, I did get bullied one time this week where I had some 7-Up from the nurse, and one of the girls said the teacher's name and said, Isn't Izzy not allowed to have soda? And the teacher stopped the lesson. Yeah, that's rough. People should mind their own business, man. Like, was it for a stomach ache? Because that's not fair. When my mom died, wow, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
They tried to scam you because of a death? Oh, that stuff makes me so mad.
Oh, it's disgraceful.
I can't believe that. That's sort of like that one story in the Bible where like the son only wants the money from the father's will, which is like the most disrespectful thing ever. So
yeah,
it's not just me though. I've met other people that have lost their inheritance after their mom died that were autistic. Man, yeah, you got to report that stuff because those they're gonna take care of it. Trust me.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for everyone for coming on. Thank you, Alan, for coming on. Everyone, please subscribe to Alan's Autism Awareness on YouTube. And please follow our Instagram account, which is 1 American, 2 Brits, 3 Aspies.
Yeah.
All right. And Alan, it was very nice seeing you. Hopefully we will talk again. And hopefully Tom can come on next time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See you, buddy.
Yeah. See ya.